Hey guys, what's up? First off, the new review space. Second off, we're going to be reviewing the Fate Grand Order Sega Premium line. Okita Shioji, or in this case, Samurai Saber. From Fate Grand Order. Let's go ahead and get her off the base and take a look at her and just see exactly how she's going to stack up. Alright, so for height-wise, she is, not counting the base, about 8.5 inches tall. So that's pretty substantial for what is essentially a prize figure line. And I have to admit, I'm pleasantly surprised with just how high quality she really is. The paint job is fantastic. I mean, if you look at the bottom half of the kimono, you can see here at the top you've got a little bit of a dark red here. At the bottom is a little bit of a dark red, and then it's the standard kind of reddish pink here. The laces of the boots are painted nicely. The pink on the kimono is very pretty. You've got a little bit of white shading up here at the shoulders and the top of the chest. You've got some little subtle pink shadows throughout everything. It's very pretty. The eyes look great. The sword looks pretty good. About as good as from what I've seen from any other version of Okita's sword. So, it looks good. The back of the figure looks great. The little bow in the hair. Very cute. I like it. Very fitting of Okita. The shading on the hair is really nicely done too. As opposed to what I had to complaints with the Pop-Up Parade version of Alteria, where I thought the shading on the hair was a bit lackluster. It's really nice here. You get a little cowlick in the front. It looks nice. Made of a good material. It's not going to snap anytime soon. Same with the shading of the hair here at the front as well. The scabbard for the sword looks good. The armor on the hands looks good. Everything is where it needs to be. She looks really nice. The little details here on the hilt of the sword are nice. The base itself says Fate Grand Order. It's clear acrylic. It's nice. It gets the job done. Unlike a lot of figures, she's not a complete traffic cone. She does have legs sculpted all the way up through this entire piece of acrylic. That's nice. This is my first time buying and messing with the Sega Premium line, and I have to admit, they're super nice figures. I would definitely buy them again. Gorgeous figure. She looks great on a shelf. She's able to display nicely. She's got just enough stuff to work, and if you like this version of Okita specifically, it's a pretty affordable figure. I was able to snag this for like $25 on Japanese eBay, and that's another thing I want to mention. Dealing with Japanese sellers on eBay, they're exceptional. They ship through Orange Connects. I had zero problems with it. It was great. It was professional. It arrived in less than a week. It was packaged perfectly. It looked great. It's in fantastic shape. I mean, it's just a basic figure, but it's still in really good shape. I definitely will consider buying more Sega Premium stuff, especially from Japanese eBay sellers. There's not much in the way of negatives, really. My only real negatives are the fact that given that they had to cut the budget a little bit in certain parts of the model, there's no shading on the boots whatsoever. They're just a plain sort of browny gray, and that's really it. They could have benefited from a little bit of shading. Same with the fingers, could have had a little bit of a wash between them. A little bit on the face, could have had a little more shading there on the face, but you have a little bit of that on the neck and collarbone, but you don't have hardly any on the face. What is there looks really nice. She looks great. Well, here I'll give you another close-up on the detail on the hair. How pretty that looks. A cute little bow in the back. The eyes look great. Her eyes look really nice. Really well done eyes. The eyes are surprisingly one of the best parts of the figure. I don't think they would have been able to pull off that gold color. That I don't think it would have worked as well. But the eyes look really nice. Where I sort of fade to them, they look good from many angles. Good from that angle. Good from a side angle. Good from the other side angle. Looks really nice. The katana's a little bit loose, but that's probably just from the way it's angled into the grip of the hand. There's not really much detail on the bow either, but again, you have to make sacrifices where you can. There's not much detail on the scabbard, but there really can't be. You have to make sacrifices where you can, and I think the sacrifices that were made were good sacrifices. Because she looks fantastic. So of course, if you're going to make the sacrifice of cutting corners, do it with things that you're not going to really worry too much about, like the bow and the hair, the scabbard, the boots, parts of the katana, you know, things you're not going to see. She looks great on a shelf though. Any color shelf you put her on, she's going to look nice on. Very pleasant though. If you can pick up this Sega premium format version of Okita Shioji, I highly recommend it. If you guys are thinking about getting one for yourself, consider buying from Japanese eBay sellers. They're very pleasant, they're very easy to deal with, and they're very professional. I will definitely do it again. I may link the seller below if they're okay with it. If not, I will just give you the page on eBay to go to and support him as an eBay seller. Give some money to a store because he's really nice. He does really good work, really professional. I was able to get this, like I said, almost brand new condition. What few dents and dings are there are probably from shipping more than they are from the actual previous owner. On that note, I will see you guys in the next one.